We don't rise for vengeance, we rise because it's right. We raise the flame for the ones who kept it burning.
My father stood in desert dust with nothing but his oath and trust. He lost a part he'd never show, but waved the flag and let us grow. He taught me how to stand up tall and guard the weak when duty calls.
The shadows on our morning news, but we don't fold, we lace our boots. When towers fell and silence screamed, we carried hope through shattered beams. We don't throw fists, we don't throw blame. We build back strong, we own our name. Raise the flame, let it shine, from sea to sea, from yours to mine. Not out of hate, not out of pride, but for the fallen still beside. We don't need noise to show our strength. We walk for peace, we'll go the length. And when the storm begins to roar, you'll find our boots at freedom's door. You won't hear us curse or scream, but we'll defend what others dream. With steady hands and silent grace, we hold the line. We take their place. She wrote her name beneath the stars, left hometown nights and corner bars. She didn't march to make a show, but to protect the world we know. From every coast and mountain side, they walk so truthful and love to hide. Raise the flame, let it shine, from sea to sea, from yours to mine. Not out of hate, not out of pride, but for the fallen still beside. We don't need noise to show our strength. We walk for peace, we'll go the length. And when the storm begins to roll, you'll find our boots at freedom's door. This isn't just the American way, it's the quiet vow we make and keep long after the song ends. I don't wear a cape, but I leave home like a hero does, quietly, with love in my back pocket and duty in both hands. I wake before the coffee brews, slip on these boots and pay my dues. Kiss the kids, don't say too much, they know their dad is built on trust. My name's not carved in history, but I stand where I'm meant to be. Through silent nights or desert wind, I show up whole again. I don't need fame, I don't need a sign. This flag, this oath, this duty is mine. From the kitchen light to the combat zone, I carry love when I walk alone. No headline, no grand design, just quiet strength. This duty is mine. his first steps. I've missed some tears, but I've held strong through all the years. I fix the roof, I guard the gate, I hold the line, I claim the weight. Behind the mask, behind the fight, there's still a man who sleeps at night, with prayers whispered in motel rooms and lullabies through old cartoons. You might not see the battles won, and backyard talks are setting suns, but every soldier leaves behind a promise sealed in borrowed time. I don't need fame, I don't need a sign. This flag, this oath, this duty is mine. From the kitchen light to the combat zone, I carry love when I walk alone. No headlines, no grand design, just quiet strength. This duty is mine. If you ever wonder who stands watch, look around, we're still here. This duty is ours. They left behind quiet kitchens, unfolded flags, unfinished stories, but they walked so we could keep writing ours. He packs his bag before the dawn, leaves a note, then he's gone. The porch light flickers, then turns dim. Another town, another hymn. No marching band, no loud goodbye, just tear-stained glass and morning sky. This is the road that never ends, paved by strangers, walked by friends. We fight, we fall, we rise again. We carry hearts in army tents, no glory speech, no camera lens, but we stand proud on the road that never ends. She wore her dress in army green, too young to fade into a dream. They pinned her wings, she caught the plane, left childhood nights and window panes. Her mama cried, but never spoke, just waved and held her daddy's coat. And in the dust of foreign land, a photo tucked in weathered hands, he sees her face through blood and dirt, and whispers prayers beneath the hurt. It's not the gun that makes him brave, it's all he guards, it's all he gave. This is the road that never ends, paved by strangers, walked by friends. We fight, we fall, we rise again. We carry hearts in army tents, no glory speech, no camera lens, but we stand proud on the road that never ends. Valley Forge to Kandahar, they've lit our way from near and far. Each boot print etched, each soul endured, each silence held, each wound endured. We walk for them and those to come, we walk for all, not just some. Freedom's not found in the headline, it's in the miles. We walk for those who can't.
They didn't all come home, but they marched beside us still. We trained in rain, we walked in sand, with worn out boots and calloused hands. We swore to serve, not to be known, and carried a weight that felt like stone.
We stand for those who never left, who wore the green, who gave their breath. We hold the ground where they once stood, and carry on what they once could. Our oath runs deep, our banner set. We are the army, we don't forget.
We've crossed the world in desert haze. We've stood through fire, through silent days. We've held the line, we've carried friends and honored them where duty ends.
It's not the gun that makes us whole, but every name we still enroll. A folded flag, a final post, a promise kept for what we lost. We stand for those who never left, who wore the green, who gave their breath. We hold the ground where they once stood, and carry on what they once could. Our oath runs deep, our banner set. We are the army, we don't forget. In every step we take, they're there. Those who never left, still marching. Some left home in silence, some returned wrapped in flags, but all of us, we carry the ground. We wore the dust of distant lands, with boots that outlived battle plans. We stood where quiet heroes bled, and raised a flag above our dead. We carry the ground beneath our feet, with every oath we've sworn to keep. From dawn patrols to last goodbyes, the army stands, the army tries. We're not just names etched deep in stone, we are the ones who march you home. We've held the line through fire and frost, counted brothers we have lost, but still we rise, and still we serve with all the strength our hearts preserve. It's not the medals or parade, it's letters home we never made. It's boots beside an empty chair, but still we're present everywhere. We carry the ground beneath our feet, with every oath we've sworn to keep. From dawn patrols to last goodbyes, The army stands, the army tries. We're not just names etched deep in stone. We are the ones who march you home. Wherever freedom plants her flame, we carry the ground and never the same. You won't find their names on every wall, but they live in stories we still recall. He packed his boots beside the bed, left a note that simply read, "Don't wait long, I'll be okay." That was 10 Novembers past. Now the porch light's fading fast, but his jacket still hangs by the bay. We don't all come back with fame. Some return with silent names. Where the quiet heroes go, there's no brass band, no marching show, but they held the line and bore the load on dusty roads we'll never know. They gave their all, then walked alone, so we could build a peaceful home. If you ever speak of those, speak of where the quiet heroes go. She wore the badge the same as him, wrote her vows on combat rims, raised a flag with trembling hands. Lost her brother, gave her years, held her post through pain and tears. She still stands where freedom stands. They don't ask for praise or pay, they just hope we live their way. Where the quiet heroes go, there's no medals, just what we know, that peace was bought by sacrifice, by those who never blinked twice. They stood, they fell, they carried on, so we could awake and see the dawn. If you ever raise a toast, raise it where the quiet heroes go. They're the ones in folded frames, in silent towns with silent names. They're the reason we stay free. They're the soul of liberty. Where the quiet heroes go, there's no lights, but their courage glows. In every prayer, in every song, they march beside us all along. Their steps are etched in soil and flame, in every echo of this name. The ones who never stole the show, but gave it all, then let it go. We may not know each name, but we know what they gave, and we remember where the quiet heroes go.
We don't carry this flag for show, we carry it for those who can't anymore. I've seen the sun rise on foreign lands with brothers fall, with dirt on my hands. But I never fought to be a name, I fought for peace, not pride or fame. And every step I took out there was so my kids could breathe free air. And we don't ask for cheers or songs, we just hold the line and carry on. This flag still flies though the wind gets rough. It's stitched with grace and it's held with love. It's not just cloth, it's sacrifice. It's every soul who paid the price. We don't stand tall just to be seen. We stand for what this freedom means. And when the storm clouds flood the skies, we stand our ground. This flag still flies. She wrote her vows in a folded note, sent from a tent near a mountain road. He missed her birth, her first new shoes, but every mile he paid his dues. They both believed without regret, in service no one will forget. It's not about who wins or shows, it's who stands up when the trumpet blows. This flag still flies though the wind gets rough. It's stitched with grace and it's held with love. It's not just cloth, it's sacrifice. It's every soul who paid the price. We don't stand tall just to be seen. We stand for what this freedom means. And when the storm clouds flood the skies, we stand our ground. This flag still flies. Silence grew, a porch light waits, a heart beats true. We hold their names like sacred vows and live the freedom they allowed. This flag still flies through tears and time. It waves for yours, it waves for mine. Through sacrifice and quiet days, through folded hands and far-off graves, we rise again, not to be praised, but for the ones who never strayed. And though the battle may disguise, our hearts still burn. This flag still flies. Not for show, for memory, for meaning. This flag still flies. We don't fight to make the front page. We don't serve to be thanked. But when the flag's in the wind, we still raise our hands. My father stood in the southern heat, with worn-out boots and blistered feet. He packed his meals, he walked alone, but every step was for our home. He never asked the world to see, just prayed we'd raise our kids free. She held a picture in her vest, a boy in stripes, a Sunday dress. Her letters home were calm and light, though battles raged through sleepless nights. She said, I serve so no one sees the price of peace beneath the trees. We still raise our hands when the sky turns gray. We stand our ground, though the winds may sway. It's not for pride or pain or praise, but for the dawn of safer days. So when the drums call one more stand, you'll see us rise, you'll see our hands. From dusty plains to ocean rain, through blackouts, lost and airline chains, they carried hope, not hate or fire. They lit the dark with quiet tire. Their names are carved not just in stone, but in the lives we call our own. It's not revenge that drives us still, it's every house on every hill. It's porch lights left for those who roam, it's knowing they'll be welcomed home. We still raise our hands when the storms come through. We walk as one in red, white, and blue. Not for applause, not just to fight, but to defend what gives us light. So when because someone has to, and we still do. We weren't born to boast, we were built to hold the line. You ask what this nation stands for, let me show you what we're made of. We were raised on dirt roads and duty, with folded flags above the fire. We learned to stand through loss and thunder, to mend a fence and lift the wire. No, we don't claim to be the loudest, but we show up when it gets hardest. We don't trade honor for the easy way. We carry weight so peace can stay. This is what we're made of, grit and faith. From battlefields to front porch faith, it's not heroes, it's the resolve to answer when our country calls. We bend, we break, but still we rise, with steady hearts and clearer eyes. We're not here just to wave the flag, we are what holds this nation fast. We've seen the cost of every freedom in muddy boots and hands gone still. But we don't fight for medals, glory, we fight so children can be still. So mothers sing with quiet safety, so fathers walk their fields in peace. We don't want thanks, just space to serve, to guard the light this land deserves. This is what we're made of, truth and time, not just in blood, but how we bind. We hold the line, then lift again, not for revenge, but to defend. We're builders, not just those who bled. We shape tomorrow with what's been said. We don't need thrones or cannon praise, just one more dawn where freedom stays. And if you ask what strength looks like, it's not in fire, but in the fight. To build a home, to keep it whole, to guard the dream that feeds the soul. This is what we're made of, flesh and will, of towns that rise and hands that build, of prayers unspoken, flags held tight, of choices made in darkest night. We don't just stand, we hold the ground, where honor and peace and hope are found. So ask again what we're made of. We are the light you're dreaming of. Not for glory, not for show, but because someone always must, and we still do.
They never ask for statues, they never march for fame,
But they carry the weight of freedom, so we could carry on.
He was 19 in the desert wind, letters home he never sent, left his truck and walked alone.
Found the fire and held the line, did his duty, rain or shine. Came back scars, not medals shown. You might not know the faces, but you live in what they gave.
They didn't fight to be remembered, they fought so we'd remember peace. Every name on every marker is a prayer that doesn't cease. And if you raise your flag tomorrow, let it wave for those we've lost. They paid the price we couldn't carry and never once counted the cost. She drove convoys through the night, beneath the sky without moonlight, rode her son from overseas, held a photo by her chest, wore her silence like a vest, still salutes when children sing.
No headlines in the morning, just echoes in the storm.
They didn't fight to be remembered, they fought so we'd remember peace. Every step they took in silence built the roads where we find ease. And if you sleep in quiet safety, know they stood so you could rest. They bore the storms we'll never weather and gave their best without regret. Freedom isn't handed down, it's carried on backs of those who never asked for praise. They left behind the life they started so we could live with brighter days. They didn't fight to be remembered, but we remember just the same. In every fold of every banner lies the weight behind their names. So when you speak of peace and country, speak it low, but speak it true. The price they carried wasn't glory, it was me, it was you. We may not know all their names, but we know what they stood for, and we carry it still. They don't write songs for the quiet ones, but we still stand, even when the world moves on. I set the alarm while the town still sleeps, pack up my gear, kiss her on the cheek. The kids don't ask, they've learned by now. Their dad comes home, but not right now. No flags wave when I check the wire, no crowd when I walk through fire. But I've sworn my name with blood and bone, and I'll stand alone. I don't wear fame, I don't chase praise, but I stand like a stone in the hardest days. No camera rolls, no victory pose, but I carry the weight where nobody knows. Through silence, dirt, and danger zones, I stand for us, I stand alone. I've missed the dance, I've missed the burst, still carved my worth into this earth. My boots have miles that no one tracks, my heart is torn but never cracks. She writes me letters, I keep them close, folded near with what I miss most. A quiet room, a porch light on, but I march on till duty's gone. So you won't hear me on the evening news, but I've bled red, white, and army blues. And every oath I've ever made still echoes in the choices stayed. I don't wear fame, I don't chase praise, but I stand like a stone in the hardest days. No camera rolls, no victory pose, but I carry the weight where nobody knows. Through silence, dirt, and danger zones, I stand for It's about standing